Hi, my name is Aldo. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making tacos de birria. Now, birria is a dish from Jalisco. It's made its resurgence here in the States as a form of a taco that you dunk in its own consomme. What we're going to be showing you today is how to break everything down so you can do that at home. First thing we're going to do is we're going to salt our meat. We've already seasoned one side. We're going to flip and we're going to salt the bottom. Now we're elevating everything, so all the excess salt, all the juices, everything that comes out of the beef will not affect the moisture content of the actual beef. Now you want to heavily season this. It's a lot of beef. I know this seems like a lot of salt, but a lot of it is gonna get wicked away. What you really want to do is salt it and let the salt do its magic. Next step we're gonna do is we're gonna toast our spices on low heat. We have a cast iron pan here. We're just gonna add in our cumin seeds, our whole black peppercorns, our cinnamon, and cloves. So I'm gonna turn this on low heat. All right, so we're just gonna bring our spices over to our pan, dump in your cumin, your black peppercorn, your cloves, your cinnamon, break it in half, get it in there, get everything to a nice fragrant note. As soon as you smell it, you're gonna know. Put it in your mortar and pestle. As soon as you have everything in there, just go at it. Now we're gonna go and turn our burner again around medium. And we're gonna be taking our guajillo. Now what we have here is about 9 to 10 guajillo peppers. We have one medium white Spanish onion. We have a whole head of garlic. We have 3 to 4 Chipotle peppers and 4 Chile de Arbol. Some Mexican Oregano and bay leaf. Now these are all gonna stack up and add to our flavor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna deseed the guajillo. You're just basically taking out more little bits that are gonna get caught in your teeth. You wanna get rid of anything that is too much for the blender to take care of. The smaller peppers, don't worry about it, but these you're gonna wanna deseed. And then once you deseed, you wanna open them up a little bit and put them in a dry cast iron again. And that's just gonna soften the pepper and bring out the fragrant notes again, the oils, and really add to the base of this birria. Now to that, we're gonna add 3 chipotles. The seeds in there don't really matter. It's a tight cluster. You're gonna add another depth with this Chile de Arbol. These are gonna add spice. So, I mean, you can add 1, you can add 5. These are basically gonna give you that spice. We've toasted up our guajillo, chipotle, chile de arbol. Now we're gonna dump these into our blender. Make sure you have a big enough blender to fit everything in, because you do not want to do this in batches. Okay, we have our dried peppers in there. Turn our burner back on. And now we're gonna caramelize our onion. Now you want to quarter your onions and then put face down on each one just so they can get some color. Everything has color. It's looking a little bit charred, a little bit caramelized. We're gonna take our garlic out. We are cooking both the face and the backside. The onion, we are gonna dump into the pot with the rest of the peppers. Now to our peppers and onions, we're gonna add about a quart of beef broth. And this is also another step that will develop another base note for the birria. Now we're gonna hold off on our garlic and our bay leaves. These are gonna go into the pot, but they're not gonna get blended. These will be taken out. We're gonna add our New Mexico chili. We're gonna grab our Mexican oregano. We're gonna give it a nice little crunch. Now this is gonna release its fragrance, its oils, you know the deal. Toss that in. And to this, we are gonna add our spice blend. We are going to blend, but the goal is to get everything to a uniform size so it all develops a flavor as it should. Our meat has been doing its thing. It's ready now for browning. As soon as we brown this, then we can incorporate the two ingredients together and make what we know as birria. Okay, we have everything blended up. Now what we're gonna do is remove our cast iron. We're gonna switch over to a Dutch oven. Now this is a 5-quart Dutch oven. It is an enamel Dutch oven. You don't wanna use cast iron for this. All right, we have our canola oil now up to temp. What we're gonna do is start adding our cross-cut ribs. Now these are gonna go real quick. We're gonna add these first. Now we're gonna add our second piece. We're not gonna crowd our pan. We are gonna do it in batches. Now we're gonna let these go for another minute. We're gonna remove these and then add our chuck roast. Now try to slowly fit it in. There you go. Okay, we have that side nice and caramelized. Now we're gonna flip it. Now we're gonna let this go for another minute or two. Okay, our chuck roast is perfectly brown. What we're gonna do now is incorporate all our blended ingredients now into the Dutch oven. Okay, now we have our blended ingredients in the pot. You can already see it doing its magic, its bubbliness. We're gonna add our beef cross-cut ribs. Make sure you get the bones inside the juice. The bones are going to add the flavor that you want into your birria. We're gonna add our grilled garlic. Remember when we grilled this? This is just gonna go in as a whole half. We're gonna add our bay leaves. Our bay leaves are gonna add another depth of flavor to everything. Gonna make sure everything's incorporated. Please don't let everything skim on the top. You wanna push everything in. As this bubbles away for hours on end, all of that flavor is going to come out of every individual ingredient we put in here. We want this to barely simmer. This is gonna go for 3 hours and you need just enough heat to heat up all that bones, all the cartilage, all of that, and break it down. But for right now, low heat, heavy, about 3/4 of the way filled, meat and the blend, and trust me, you have the recipe for success in here. All right, guys, it's been 3 hours. Our birria has been simmering, it's been braising, it's been breaking down. Everything that we can imagine has been happening in this pot. Come take a look. Now the birria is completely cooked. All of the fat has skimmed to the top. As soon as you have enough fat to dip your tortillas in, put that on the side. It's super hot. Let's use some mints or whatever you got. We're gonna move this to the side. That's already done. It doesn't need to be on heat. We're gonna use a grill pan, and this is how we're gonna fry up our birria tacos. All right, you're gonna bring your meat out. You're gonna pull out every bone. Remember, guys, bones don't chop. Just go ahead and take everything out, get your big meat cleaver, and you're just gonna go at it. Just chop away till you have a nice uniform consistency. All right, we've chopped up our meat. Everything is perfect. Now what we're gonna do is bring our tortillas in. You're gonna grab one tortilla at a time. You're gonna dip it in your oil. You're gonna let that crisp up. And while we're doing that, We already chopped up our meat. What we're gonna do is grab a ladle. We're gonna have some of this consomme. As you can see, the tortillas are crisping up. What we're gonna do is introduce the beef. Yeah. And I like to overload these guys. And then we're gonna add some Oaxaca cheese. This is a nice melting cheese. If you don't have Oaxaca, you can use Oaxaca. Just use Oaxaca. It's probably the best cheese you're gonna use. Monterey Jack just won't do it. You see that? Let's add a little bit of cilantro. A little bit of cebolla. And some radish, because you want to have a little bit of crunch in there. All right. So for here, you can already see it's crispy. What we're gonna do is move everything to one side. And good, we're making a taco. Taco over here. This is gonna become a taco. We're gonna do skim, always add that fat. So this is what we've derived from this whole process. We have a crispy taco birria and we have the consomme. Let's grab this bad boy, put it in here. Oh, get that, get that. Now that is what you wanna see. A little hunched over. Mmm. I'm not lying to you. That is the best combination of beef, cheese, tortilla, fat, spices, salsa. This is gonna be your next favorite taco. Who cares? No one cares I'm double dipping. That is where the money is at, right there. Trust me. This is the best. We've concluded everything to make the tacos birria. We have our tacos, we have everything to make a ton more. Wait. Come on in. It just so happens that we have tacos for all y'all.